this, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 27, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Wilson. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Carson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah, the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and through by Myers. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson. He's going to go up top again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. you're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Wilson. He'll check this down to Hines. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Wilson now to throw on third down. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, Wilson. That's going to be caught. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now it's Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They run it with Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They're running it. Mike 55, Mike 55. You can't block me. You can't block me. No.
Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on first down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
We got three. We got three, brother. Hey. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, I'm coming. Yeah. Mike by 5. Mike 55. Mike by 5. I'm not ready. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. I'm coming.
Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 55, Mike, guys. 55. Drop deep. Check.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And they'll indeed take a knee. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now Wilson on first down, rolling to his right, and his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his second touchdown on the season. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Carson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Running on 1st down, Eckler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll find Everett there, complete. Breaks, fighting through it, he's got space. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. 2nd down at 4. This is Hines. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run here with Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Eckler. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Eckler again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Again, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Hines. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hines again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Now room for Eckler. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out right at the 35. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here's what having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And this one is incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.